Hello and welcome to the Legacy Crusaders YouTube channel. This is Benji, and I'm going to continue to VOD review my duels as I continue to progress on the DB ladder. I'm currently 33 and 12. That's following the current game. I've decided I'm not going to put them out all the time. I'm going to try and only post ones where I play against someone who's higher rated than me. I'll put up some that I win and some that I lose. I just figured since I lost to Evil Twin last time I posted it, I'm going to actually post another match with Evil Twin. So I have 540 rating at this point in time. I'm playing against Kronos DB at 877. They are on Evil Twin. Let's see who wins the dice roll. I'm going to also try and comment on what has happened rather than what I'm probably going to do, because I don't remember the specifics, but we're going to try and see if I made any mistakes as we go. So I lose the dice roll, which is preferable when you're playing a going second deck in a format where everyone's choosing to go first. I want my opponent to win the dice roll so they can go first. So Evil Twin's going to attempt to go first. They're going to summon Kiss a Kill and activate its effect. I opt to imperm, which I believe is incorrect. I think you're supposed to imperm the second link monster. Generally, I want them to get into a link monster. But because usually what they'll do is they'll use the Kiss a Kill, they'll summon the Leela, they'll link into the pink one first, which is, I guess, the Evil Twin Kiss a Kill, and then they'll bring back the Leela from grave, then go into the Leela, and then bring back the link Kiss a Kill to draw a card. So that's and I believe you're supposed to stop that one from coming out so that they wind up stuck on the blue one on board, which can at best summon back to draw a card rather than to pop a card. It also prevents them from getting to the link 4. So that is the better play. I didn't do that. So I impermed the Kiss a Kill. They happen to have an extender in hand. This is the Leela Treat, so this is the blue extender. So by stopping this, I allow them to go further. Technically, if I let them go into the blue one, they might not have been able to extend also with this card in hand. This has a second effect. I don't know what it does, but let's see what it says. When either player takes battle damage or damage from a battle involving an Evil Twin monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one monster your opponent controls. It loses attack equal to the battle damage. Alright, so just an extender. If you control the Kiss a Kill, you can summon the Leela from hand. But again, if I would have waited till the last part of the play, well, one, they wouldn't have needed the extender, so they would have kept it in hand. So there is some way to think of this as a positive, depending on what I have. In this case, I don't really have cards to play through an established board, so I probably should have waited for later, but I did not, so let's see what happens. So they're going to link into the Kiss a Kill first to try and end on the draw card, so they're going to... Kiss a Kill is going to bring back the Leela. They're just going to skip a step here, go into the Leela, use the Leela to bring back the Kiss a Kill. They're going to summon it and draw a card. They'll trigger its effect and draw. So all I really did was imperm for a card in their hand. Just in case it wasn't, I didn't go over the cards in hand. I had Imperm, Decatron, Deviati, Droplet, and Petrula. They started with the Kiss a Kill, the Treat, the Home, which searches, summons a monster from deck by discarding, and locks them into Evil Twins. They have Retaliating Sea, which I guess is for Branded, because it started being played the day I was taking this, I was doing this particular match. Droll and Lockbird, and then they drew into Evil Twin Challenge, which I don't think a lot of people play. It revives one of your Kiss a Kill or Leelas, special summons it, and then links immediately. So I'm not too familiar with this card, but it is a card they were playing. So they're going to summon the Trouble Sunny. So if you're not familiar with Trouble Sunny, they can activate as a quick effect to tribute itself to summon up to, I think it's up to one Leela and one Kiss a Kill from the graveyard. Usually they summon both the blue one and the pink one to try and draw a card and pop a card, but they could also just summon one. And then bring back the other one later. So there are some scenarios where they would do that. And against an Infernoid deck is actually the ideal time to do that. So they're going to set the challenge. They're going to pass turn. I'm going to draw a Droplet. So I drew a duplicate card. Doesn't really do anything in this scenario. I'm going to start with Droplet, which may not be correct. So this forces them to decide if they want to tag out at this point in time. If they do tag out, well, I'm starting with the monsters so they can't tag it out, which would be good if I had Mystic Mine, because then they're not going to just tribute themselves. I probably didn't need to use this yet. I could have just waited to see what they brought out of the graveyard with the Trouble Sunny, so that may have been a misplay. So I'm going to start with Decatron. I believe it's going to go through without a problem. So I summon Harmodic, so Harmodic's going to be able to pop a monster. They're going to immediately activate Challenge. Bringing back the Kiss a Kill and linking into the... Oh, do they have to link? Is the link optional? Alright, target a Kiss a Kill. and apply the following effect. Immediately after this effect resolves, link one Link Evil Twin using monsters you control. So I think this might be an illegal play on my opponent's part. So if they summon the Kisakill, I think they have to actually link these into a Leela or another Kisakill. But they just bring back the Leela and then pop my monster. So I'm not sure that was legal, but I scooped because I didn't have any other plays. So I believe if they have challenge, they actually have to link with it. So that's something I need to take mental note of for the future. If Kronos ever sees this, hopefully they'll catch that as well. Game 2, I'm going to opt to go second, I believe. Let's see what we draw. I'm going to start with Infinite Impermanence, Fusion Destiny, Decatron, Tondel, and Deviati. They open with Effect Veiler, Forbidden Droplet, Sunny Snitch, which is the one that adds a monster, and also collects subscribers. You know, you pay them $2 in life points, and they gain $2 in life points. One Cyframe Driver and one Secret Password, which again adds a spell trap. So usually this is used to add the Sunny Snitch, but it's probably going to add Challenge in this case, just because they're on it. So that'd be my guess. They're going first. They don't technically have a starter yet, but this can add a monster. Well, they have a card that adds the starter, and they have a card that adds the card that adds the starter. So they have a starter. So they're going to go first. They're going to go into main phase. They're going to activate the Sunny Snitch to add the Leela, which is their play starter. I remember from watching a DB Grinder video where the correct point to negate this deck is. So they summon Frost so that they can get a draw on a future turn. They're going to go into the Kisakill. They're going to bring back the Leela. Then they're going to link it to the Leela. And I'm going to imperm this one so they won't be able to get their draw. They'll also be stuck in a monster they can't just tag out because I want Imagination to be live. And for Imagination to be live, I need them to control an extra deck monster. So this is actually the perfect place to negate them should I draw Imagination. So they opt to activate Secret Password and search Challenge. And they're going to set Challenge, set Droplet, and pass turn. I'm going to draw DD Crow, which is good because they target. I side DD Crow on DB, but in real life, I'm actually siding, what do you call it? Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood, because I actually find I have a lot of trouble siding in all my side cards, so I have extra space. So I'm like, I might as well try and put in a card that's good in time. So that's why I side that card, but I have DD Crow in this particular case. So I'm going to normal Decatron activate its effect. They have to determine if they want what they want to do. So they're going to activate Leela. And I saw them search Challenge, so this is probably incorrect to do, but it does force the challenge out. So I think I activate the DD Crow, targeting the Kisakill. And then they just chain Challenge and dodge, and they Droplet to get their guy off the board so that they can bring it back. So they summon the Leela. They can't, and they bring back another Leela. Again, I don't think they link with this, but I think they're required to. All right, and we're back. So yeah, they resolve the Leela to summon the Kisakill. Well, they resolve the challenge to they resolve the challenge, which summons the Kisakill, and then they resolve the Leela to summon the Frost, but they never actually. Oh, they couldn't do the link in this case because the trap would have resolved, and then they wouldn't be able to do the link. So here it was legal. Next, I'm going to link into Almirage so that I have more fodder to work with. We're doing the damage thing. So I'm going to take 4. They're going to gain 4. I'm going to summon a Tondel. So we're going to take another 2, gain another 2. I also have Almirage to banish the Leela in graveyard. I'm going to activate Fusion Destiny and then deciding what they want to do. So they activate, I chain to banish, which allows them to summon the Leela because we're in the main phase. But I do resolve Fusion Destiny. They get to pop a card. And then I activate to pop the Leela. I pop the Kisakill because the Kisakill's already been. I misclick. I mean to hit the Leela because the Kisakill's already been used. So I pop the Tondel and the Leela so I can run over the Kisakill. And now he's got a Leela on board, which is actually good because if I leave them stuck with a monster on board, they can't just summon any of their extenders to summon a guy from the deck. So I think they draw a Gamma. Can't do anything. Now they attempt to pop me. So I have an option here. I can either pop a Destroyer and the Sunny Snitch, or the Destroyer and the Frost. If I destroy the Frost, then any 1-card starter in their hand turns on. If I pop the Snitch, all they have to do is have a 1-card starter to turn their deck on. So I leave that on the board because it prevents their Gamma from going off, and I guess they thought maybe they can Gamma me. because I didn't take the bait, they concede there. All right, so going into game 3, I think we have some Mystic Mine gameplay coming up in a minute, so I might do some skipping kind of quickly. So I open Mystic Mine. There can be only one droplet, Forbidden Fusion Destiny, and there can only be one. 2 of it. There can only be 2. They're on Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 Kiss a Kill, 1 Droplet, 1 Ash Blossom, and 1 Home. So Home again summons 1 from deck, and Kiss a Kill is a 1-card starter. Let's see what they do. I think they're just going to do the normal line. So if they're starting with Kiss a Kill, then they get Leela, but I think if they start with Leela, they get Frost. They're going to run through the line here. They're just going to link into Kiss a Kill. Kiss a Kill is going to bring back the Leela. They're going to go into the Leela, bring back Kiss a Kill, and draw a card. It's a solid engine. I considered putting the Live Twin engine into my deck. They draw Ghost Bell, and then summon Trouble Sunny. They set Droplet. And Droplet is one of those weird cards that plays around Mystic Mine, because if I ever try to push, they just remove their own card from the board. I draw another Mystic Mine for turn. Go to main phase, I activate Mystic Mine, and then I personally think that if you're against an Infernoid deck with Evil Twins, you should always tag out, because then you summon monsters that aren't summoned from the extra deck. So they could either summon the Kiss Kill or the Leela. I wouldn't do both, because giving me 2 bodies to work with against Mystic Mine could also be a problem. But what I do think they should do is summon either one of these. So if I ever remove the mine, they can bring one back as disruption. So maybe bring back the Kiss Kill and then have access to the Leela for disruption. I'm going to open Fusion Destiny. And now we're in an interesting spot. So let's imagine the scenarios here. So on res, I immediately activate Destroyer, because that forces him to either tribute this out and summon 1 monster or 2 monsters. And I could pop the monster, or I could not pop the monster, or I could pop the back row. They have the droplet set. What would they send? I don't know. If they, let's say they send their monster, then I'm under Mystic Mine. Destroyer will stay on the field. If they summon something next turn, I just pop itself. And whatever, it'll pop itself by Fusion Destiny, which is why I'm not too concerned with this particular play. Well, let's see what happens. So I activate that on priority, so they don't get an opportunity to chain out where they have no monsters and then I can't activate this. So they're going to activate Droplet, sending away the Sunny Snitch. So I'm at 1250. I set, and I decide I was either going to set just the 2 of these, or I was going to set that there can be only 1 as well. Thinking, if they have Twin, I'll have 2 shots at protecting myself. And what am I going to do with there can only be 1 in my hand? I could have held the Droplet and just hoped the Mine would work, because Mine turns off next turn if they don't deal with the Destroyer. So I could have just held the Droplet, but I didn't have any other disruption, so I decided to set it. And then I figure if they have a Twin and they hit 2, at least I'll have another card. So I decide I'll just go all in on setting. This could be a misplay. I think it's just making a call, and I made the call that, yeah, they don't have a Duster. They chose to go first. They're not going to be playing Lightning Storm in the main in the main deck at this point. So I just set everything. They're asking me if I need to resolve the Enforcer. I'm not sure which part they meant to destroy in the end phase or pop a card, but I can't pop a card because I was dropleted. All right. So we're going to continue. They're going to draw, and then they're just going to open Duster. So they're going to summon the Kiss Kill. I have to decide on how I want to play. I Enforcer to destroy. I'm pretty sure I'm going to destroy the Leela so that they can't link. And they happen to have Home. So I'm going to activate the Destroyer. They're going to activate Bell, preventing me from bringing it back. And they're going to use their Quick Play. So now they're locked into Evil Twins, and now they have their Frost, because this can summon whatever from the deck. I don't think it specifies the one that they don't have, so they can just summon whatever. So they're going to do their whole line here. They're going to get to draw a card. Oh, did they not activate the draw card? Oh, they have to summon the other one. So that might have been a misplay on their part. I guess it depends what they have access to. So they didn't set themselves up to draw a card. So Kill could have summoned... they could have linked into Leela. Oh, no, it has to include a Kill. So they only had Kills on the board, so they had to go into the Kill link, the pink link. That's something I'll need to keep in mind. I knew they needed a Evil Twin. I didn't know they needed the correct Evil Twin to do that. So they're going to attack with the Sunny Snitch, and then they're going to summon back the Kill and the Leela to get in another 2200 damage. So now they get to draw their card. And they draw Droplet. Then they're going to link into the Sunny Snitch again. So I believe this is the third Sunny Snitch, so all the big boys are out of the game. They set Droplet. I have mine, so I'm going to activate it. Now I'm in a position where I could activate Imagination, but I think I lose to a lot of things that they have, so I think I opt to pass. Oh no, I activate it. Oh, for the sake of drawing cards off of Destroyer. So we're going to draw Fusion Destiny, which is dead, and Gamma. So I'm going to pop their cards, hoping that I can like play with Gamma if they break my cards. But I think they're just going to Droplet me. Oh, they let it go? Okay, so they just Droplet. Alright, so we're just going to be sitting here for a while. They don't have a monster that can necessarily get over Decatron. I'm trying to draw into out for my own Mystic Mine, so while we're waiting, I'm just going to pitch this useless Fusion Destiny. They Ogre. Ogre is really good against Infernoids. I don't think there was a reason for me to not start getting ahead and searching. They already used their Duster. So they're going to activate Sunny Snitch, search Leela. If they would have let me resolve that, they could have drawn a card off of their guy while I'm locked under Mystic Mine. So they have a big think. Alright, so they go for the Link 2. They go into the Leela. They can bring back Kill. And just to point out, if you activate this, you're locked into Fiends, so they can only make a Fiend at this point. They summon from hand Frost, which doesn't activate. You can tell because it says it summons from hand in parentheses. And if it says where it's summoned from in parentheses, it's an inherent summon, non-activated effect. You go into a Nightmare Phoenix. They don't have any cards, so they just set themselves up. I guess because they're out of Kiss Skills, they don't really have any Fiends that they can go into. But they turn mine off for me, which is a big misplay. And the Phoenix can't be destroyed by battle, and neither can Alila. So that's something to keep in mind. I think I'm just going to go into Gravity Controller, and I use Gravity Controller to shuffle back their Leela. So now we're playing with one monster. He's playing with one monster, and it's not a monster he can really play. He draws the quick play, doesn't do anything. I'm going to activate Decatron, sending probably Patrula to pop my own Mystic Mine so I can like push for game. They thought I was doing their back row, but I'm going to pop mine. And, oh yeah, it took 200 damage from the Sunny Snitch because they had the Leela last turn when I made the Gravity Controller. We're going to link into the Doolittle Chimera, summoning a Tondel and Deviati. We're going to pop the Sunny Snitch, because why not? Sometimes you might leave it on board so that imperms don't turn on, but odds are they would have set an imperm if they had an imperm. Alright, so we're going to attack into Nightmare Phoenix, which is fire also, so they should take 900. I'll activate to attack again. This is over 8,000 on board, and they are out of life points. So that's the end of this game. At what point I could have played a little better? I think I need to pay attention to that challenge trap card in the future, make sure that it's resolved legally and that the evil twins are summoned appropriately. Apparently that's something I wasn't fully aware on how they worked, because I don't play against them a lot, and generally the plays are pretty simple. Not everybody plays that trap challenge, so I haven't really dealt with that before. And let's see. I got to work on playing around somebody having Droplet and screwing up my Mystic Mine play. I might have to like sit under mine longer. Sitting under mine has become kind of like a dangerous thing to do. It is something I do a lot, partially because, well, I don't sit on mine as much now because of Draco back, but Evil Twin doesn't play the Brave Engine. So let's take a look at the deck list, just so you have it for completeness. I am on a 44 card list. I was on a 40 card list and I just threw in a Destroyer package. I'll just tell you what I cut. I'll just show you the list. So currently, this is where we are at. For hand traps, there's the 1 Veiler, 2 Ogre, 3 Gammas, 3 Imperms. Other going, so that's, 9 hand traps. For other going second cards, I'm on 3 Droplets, the Terraforming, and the Mystic Mine. I consider Imagination and Vanishment going second cards also, so that's 22 cards in the deck are made for going second. And for bricks, I have the 3 bricks: the Driver, the Celestial, and the Dasher. Of course, all the Infernoids are potentially bricks. Prosperity was something I was going to test on here. I think I had in actually, when I played those games, I don't think Prosperity was here. I think it was the DD Crows, but this is more or less what I was testing. In real life, I just got rid of my prosperity, so I won't be using these anymore. They are dogwoods for real life play. But yeah, that's going to wrap everything up. If you have any comments or questions or concerns or thoughts on the deck and how it worked, please let me know in the comments below. If you have any suggestions on things I can do to improve it, I would love to hear about them. And I'll see you guys next time. Now to replace these prosperities with cards I actually own. DD Crow.